I was lip-smacking at Dawson, trying to gauge his reaction. As I moved my lips, Dawson tilted his head slightly and blinked, pouting with his soft, full lips pushed forward into a silent O, attempting to interpret my meaning. It was a fleeting moment. Dawson really is the cutest baby of 2024. His adorable expressions capture hearts effortlessly. This young boy's independent spirit and serene personality set him apart, much like his mother. Lottie is Mum River's faithful shadow, trailing after her everywhere she goes. Belle artfully diverts attention as she spots Wild nearing her finished corn. She conceals her fear of his potential outburst with a stern glare at another individual. Dawson is on his way to find Mum. Witnessing their journey from childhood to adulthood is a true privilege. It happens in the blink of an eye, almost without notice. Luca, once a tiny tot, has blossomed into a mature boy. Tate looks just like his sister Tiana. I wish he had the chance to know his sweet Uncle Corey before he was ousted. New life blooms in the clan. This year's baby season begins with the arrival of Gail's little one, Emmett. Now he only knows warmth, milk, sleep, and Mum's heartbeat. Most mothers enforce the deadlines of the weaning season, but some mothers bend time. Their baby's soft coos and watery eyes all make her resolve crumble. Another taste of milk is a stolen moment. River is one of those mothers. As Lottie burrows into River's fur, a gesture entrenched by habit, River still opens her arms. Lottie's oversized frame snuggled against Mum's chest is hard to overlook. The once unstoppable and fearless little adventurer would always try to wander out of Mum's line of sight. But now, she finds comfort in gripping Mum's fur, her safe haven. For Rocky, a first-time mother, the final days of pregnancy are nearing. The weight of her round, swollen belly slows her down, a stark contrast to her usual agility. Soon, Skullhead's troop will welcome another little firecracker. All that remains is the quiet wait. Belle is sitting this year out. But her sister Booper is certainly not taking a break. A wild boar got everyone on edge. Belle turned to me, indicating that I should handle the situation. Mum Eyeshadow is expecting as well. Ravi is a whirlwind of energy. He darts through the trees with swift movements, and his playful antics never fail to make me chuckle. So many rounded bellies are in sight. As summer reaches its peak, new babies will make their appearance, one after another, in clusters. For now, it is a moment of stillness before the baby season reaches its pinnacle, like a deep breath before an eagerly awaited event. Here we have another first-time mother baking something delightful in the oven. Alice, Rowena's daughter. So is Sky. She navigates this journey with a sense of familiarity, one that is tinged with bittersweet memories. The loss of Sully leaves us an irreplaceable void. Little Sully left us in late November 2024, a tragic loss that still weighs heavily on our hearts. I came across Sky dragging his lifeless body in the woods. Whether he had fallen victim to a road accident or a fatal misstep, it was a cruel twist of fate that took him way too soon. Sky was an indiscernible nobody who lived on the fringes of the troop, scavenging for scraps after the aristocrats and middle-ranking members had their fill. Yet, in Sully's eyes, she was everything, his entire world. I couldn't capture her farewell, a moment that slipped away too quickly. As she cradled his lifeless form that final day, it felt as though a piece of her soul was carried away with him, leaving behind nothing but sadness. But I did manage to capture the moment of Sky cradling her first baby boy, Sully, close to her chest. This scene is etched in my memory, replaying every time I see her. It was her defining moment of motherhood. The way she curved her body to embrace little Sully, as if she were bearing the weight of the world he would one day face, acting as a protective shield against all that lay ahead. I'm so glad that this year, Sky will have another chance at motherhood. I can't wait to see her welcoming her baby into the world. Sky used to move through the woods with little Sully clinging to her chest. But now with little Sully gone, there is a void in her gaze that cannot be filled. Not every mother gets to keep her little sunshine. Accidents happen with a cruel randomness that leaves deep scars. Sky's grief-stricken eyes hold a language beyond words, and her empty arms speak of her sorrowful loss. Kiara is a feisty little girl. You can almost see it in her eyes. After her uncle Tayton had firmly reminded her of the rules expected of a yearling, Kiara was quick to divert attention, casting her gaze in my direction to shift the blame. Kiara moves through the branches like Taylor's little shadow, as if we're witnessing her childhood all over again. Now a confident young lady, she still returns to Mum Taylor, landing on her back, drawn to the first heartbeat she ever knew. Booper embodies her mother's features beautifully. Sorry about the yellow tint from the camera filters. I thought they would add a nice touch, but they turned out too yellow. Well, look who's back. Freed from the weight of pregnancy, Gail now holds her milk-drunk infant, standing in sharp contrast to the very pregnant ladies behind her, Bonnie and Jade. Gail's deformed right hand bears the mark of a childhood injury. I apologize for the background noise. The feeders are here, and the engine of their van is quite loud. Izzy is Audrey's sister, so their families are often spotted in close proximity. A few passers-by were there as well. Emmett, roughly a week old, lies curled against his mother's belly, listening to the slow drum of Mum's heartbeat. Here we have Hazel, a lovely young lady who is about to become a first-time mother. There are so many exciting new chapters that are about to unfold. Stay tuned for the journey ahead.